Hi there! Welcome back to the Anonymous YouTube channel. This is the next video of our Halloween tutorial playlist, and in this video we're going to be making up this very cool little choker. It's a sugar skull choker. I don't know if you can see him so well from here, but you'll see him up close just now. I'm going to be showing you how to make the pendant as well as how to actually make the choker that it'll be resting on. Okay? So here's a list of items that you'll be needing for the project, roughly how much time you'll need, and let's get the show on the road. Here we've got some white modelling clay that we're going to use for the sugar skull. Just softening it up. You'll recall from the jack-o'-lantern tutorial it's necessary. It's going to be rolled into a ball and then flattened, and the bottom part of this sort of circular form is going to be flattened because we're going to be pushing the teeth/jaw up against it. And again, softening up the clay. Here we're going to be forming a sort of trapezium, just four-sided shape. Here we're using another cake decorating tool just to help us with straightening the edges, and we're smoothing the surface of the piece too, and yeah, he's ready to be put onto the top of the skull. There we go. Looks a bit like a keyhole, but work with me, wait for it, a bit of patience, you'll see what we're going to be getting to. Here we're using the dotting/dapping tool to make the eye sockets again. What's different for this project is I'm making the one eye socket significantly larger than the other. Ay caramba, we are onto the nose. Here we are going back to the wooden cuticle pusher. What I like to do is do the inverse of what is anatomically accurate. When it comes to the holes for the nose, I like to turn it the other way around and make it look like a little heart, because I'm a girl that way. Okay, so here we're literally using the dapper to just make the shape of a heart in the clay. There you go. Moving on back to the really sharp hobby knife. Before you think or say it, no, I'm not. This is not a drunk tutorial. I meant for the line for the teeth to not be straight. You'll see why I did that. Okay, when cutting teeth for a skull shape, it's best not to use a solid vertical or straight down line. It's best to stagger them, as I've done so here. Otherwise, you end up with something that looks a little bit more like your maths book from like primary school. You know, with all those grids. Meh. Who wants to be reminded of that? Cool. Using a fine dapping tool, we're going to create the guide holes for the nail art gems, which we're going to stick around the sockets. And using some movie magic, we're going to fast forward through this process. Next up is a cake decorating tool that leaves really cool star shapes in the clay. Alright, now with some black modeling clay, we're going to shape out the moustache for our Senor Sugar Skull. Here we're rolling him out. You'll see I'm making the ends a bit narrower. I'm going to show you a nifty trick. As is the case with this shape, use a narrow tool when rolling a piece, like the moustache here, and you'll see it gets significantly thinner in the middle, which is exactly what we want for this specific shape. Now we're just curling up the ends of the moustache to make it look like a Mexican snore, as we say in South Africa, snore being moustache. And yeah, cool, just pressing him down. What you may want to do is actually super glue the teeth and the moustache down once baked, just to make sure they stay put. And Senor has been baked for 10 minutes at 110 degrees Celsius. Now we're going to be placing the gems. See, he's nice and solid. I've also taken the liberty of adding the eye pin. Okay, I'm just repositioning the camera. And there we go. Now you can get a good view of what I'm doing. I initially started using, there's the super glue, I initially started using a proper nail art stick or tool for placing the gems, but I had great difficulty doing so, even after dipping it in the water to secure the gem. So what I eventually switched to are narrow tweezers. I found I had better control when picking up the gems and positioning them, so that's what I used for the remainder of the tutorial. So here you go, I'm positioning and placing the gems. We don't need to see each one done. We're going to fast forward. There's one eye, and then you're going to see un, dos, tres. We're going to have done both eyes and the cheekbones. Huh? How cool is that? Okay, see, yeah, there's the eye pin. And now we're going to insert a rhinestone into the forehead. See, that's what it looks like. Different shape to nail art gems. It's not flat at the bottom. Alright amigos, home stretch. We've got the cord for the choker, the caps for the choker, the toggle clasp, the bail, jump rings, can never have too many of those, and of course gel super glue. Works better, liquid runs everywhere, and it's just blech. you end up peeling so much of it off your skin. Okay, flat nose pliers, round nose pliers, obvious reasons why they have those names. Wire cutters necessary. Alright, here's the cord, measured it around my own neck, and here we're just going to pick up one of the caps in the super glue. We're just going to put a little bit of super glue smeared into the ends from left to right, push the cord in. You don't want too much super glue, otherwise it smears everywhere and it ends up looking ugh. Cool, let that set and dry. While that's happening, we're going to put the bail, slide it over the choker cord. Alright, got to stay Mexican, right, if I want to stay in character. Cool. Well, what I've done is I've already super glued the other end of the cap onto the choker. Now we're just going to move on to opening the jump ring so that we can attach part of the toggle clasp to the choker. So nice and easy. Here we go. For the ring part, you just use one jump ring. Special note here, when attaching the bar part, you should rather attach 2 jump rings to each other, because otherwise you find that the choker won't unhinge or come open or even close easily, for that matter. Well guys, how quick and easy was that, hey? You've now made your own sugar skull choker from modeling clay, and you've made the choker itself. Well done, that's not a small feat. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you've got any comments, queries, tips or ideas, leave them in the comments section below. If you haven't otherwise done so, on your way down there should be a subscribe button. Just click it, we're good from there. That way you'll get regular updates as to when we bring out videos. We may very well bring out videos more often than just Fridays during the Halloween period, so stay tuned. Otherwise, if you want more info and insights into jewelry design, jewelry making, please feel free to check us out on Facebook, Anonymous on Facebook. We're on Instagram, Pinterest, figuring Twitter out, getting there. Not a very easy platform to figure out, but hey. And of course we're here on YouTube. So, thank you very much for the love, and we'll see you soon.